What is happening, y'all? I am struggling out here in these streets, man, and I'm actually in the process. I just placed an order for some Xeon Georgia, that super side, because it's amazing sod form. Forgive me for my breakfast, guys. I had a biscuit. Um, I don't even eat breakfast often, but I had a co-pilot today. um, Anywho, I just placed the order with super sod, right, for Friday because the place that let me down with the sod, they sent me some sod, y'all, and the sod was dried out. Given we're in I think April, everything wasn't completely green, so I didn't think nothing of it. Hey, I've installed sod from other farms as well that wasn't completely green, so it didn't even alarm me. However, that's the funny part. Let me show you. It looked like this. It looked like this right here. You see that? Featherweight. You see that? Do you see soil on this? It was a lot of pieces like that. This actually do got soil. This is actually soil right here. But a lot of it was featherweight, dried out. And reason it was dried out is because when I reached out to the sod farm and told them that, hey, this sod, it ain't taking well, etc. It's like, well, did you irrigate it? Did you fertilize it? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah. And they were like, um, well, just send us some pictures and, we'll send somebody out, with some free pallets. And the goal wasn't to get no refund. The goal wasn't get free product. It's literally to fix a problem. The customer is upset. And at this point, I spoke to the customer because at the end of the day, I already invested money on with this farm and bought it, and it gave me a bad product based on their irrigation being broke. Yeah, that's right. The irrigation was broke for like a week or two. So the grass dried out. It didn't get any irrigation before it came out to me. The driver dropped it off at 5 a.m. in the morning without calling me, etc. So that's what really kind of made me upset. They gave me a bad product. They didn't communicate prior to the sod arriving, so nobody was prepared for the order to get delivered at 5 a.m. Come on now. We ain't out working when it's dark. The homeowner said he saw on his camera a guy in his driveway with a flashlight, so he came out, and sure enough, it was the delivery driver trying to figure out where he's going to drop the pallets without communicating with me. Just have that ever happen to you, for one? Probably not. Anywho, the side was bad, so they like, okay, we'll fix it. The homeowner's upset. They like, hey, I said, hey, I'll be out Friday. They said, deliver arrived this upcoming Friday, which was last week. He said it'll be in, and I'll be able to fix it because they said they irrigated, etc. It's better now. Friday come, they said, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't have a truck coming that direction, so we're gonna have to put it off until next week. Next week comes, which is Wednesday. Today, it's supposed to arrive. I call. She's like, oh, we didn't have anybody going down to your area, so we're gonna have to push it off to next week. You understand what I mean? They keep pushing me off, and this is an issue where a client is highly upset. It's like, I was like, well, it's unacceptable. I'm saying my client is super upset. It's making me really look bad as a business by giving them a bad product and then not fixing it when I told them I know it's bad. Like, that's making me look bad. She's like, well, what we could do is we could just if you talk to them and then if need be, we could just get you a refund. Like, I don't think they get it. I don't really want the refund. I want the problem fixed. But now, being that this is fresh, now I got to reach out to the client and tell them. I'm not going to tell them next week because this company have proven to me that they're unreliable when it comes to fulfilling a problem that was outside of my hands. For one, they're not prioritizing this as a problem, which is kind of bothers me. Shows me how far we go. I'm about to give love to my other side farms instead. But now I got to pick up sod from Super Sod on Friday. I'm gonna just pick it up because they only sell Xeon Zoysia on Fridays. They don't have it on their yard because it's expensive turf. So I pick it up on Friday and go out to the property. But the problem that I'm having is I gotta call this customer and drag them again. Like they don't people sometimes people don't want to hear excuses. They do not want to hear excuses, and sometimes I go mute, and it probably ain't the best thing to do. Sometimes I'll go mute and I won't communicate with a client until I got a solution to their problem. Is that like a abundance amount of time? Like, am I going mute for 2 weeks? No. Am I going mute for a week? No. But it's going to probably be at least 24, 48 hours, a couple days until I figure out a solution. And I don't think that's the problem. If I got 48 hours to, or even 24 hours to think through other solutions, that's what I do. Because if you open your mouth and you set yourself up, like I feel like I've set myself up because I told them what the side farm told me, and the side farm keep dragging me along and not prioritize. So I can, point blame all I want. They don't care about that. They care because I'm the person who actually installed it, etc. They don't care about my supplier, none of that. The husband was like, just get it from somewhere else because this is unacceptable. I'm done. That's the last message I got from him. After I got that message from him, 2 days later, the wife texts me, hey Rob, do you have a time frame when you can replace the dead sod? Like, that's not the text I want to receive. So I called her because she's actually the reason why we even got hired. She convinced her husband to go with us. And when I called her, I was like, hey, I just spoke to the sod farm this morning. They were supposed to deliver it on Friday. They said they couldn't get to this area. Like, it's just excuse after excuse. I said, but I did talk to them today, and they said they'll be here Wednesday to deliver. Today's Wednesday, guys. Now, how do I look to the husband and the wife? Like, unreliable. I told him a Friday, they didn't deliver. I told her Wednesday, they didn't deliver. Now I'm taking an initiative and going to outsource to another place that I know is reliable. And I'm going to get it, but it's just putting these fires out, it causes stress. Stress that I didn't have to deal with had I just went with the right supplier at the beginning. Sometimes you don't know the issues that you're going to have with a sod farm, though. Like, this is the first time I ever had a issue with, sod not taking, to be honest. My sod usually do pretty good. I got 100% rate, established rate on my lawns. Like, I don't usually have sod that die out because I make sure people got an irrigation system, making sure I'm fertilizing it, all those things that need to initially happen on that lawn. So, I don't know, just a little bit of a stressful process, though. Very bothersome, very bothersome. So I got to reach out to the client. I'm going to reach out to her now because I don't want to let the day get by without communicating, especially if I know she's expecting me to show up and deliver the job being complete. I could just only be honest and say, hey, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Sorry, sod farm let me down again. Fooled me once, shame on, not, the saying, fool me twice, fool me 3 times. It's crazy. Y'all get what I'm going with right here, but I'm gonna get going because I gotta make this call. I gotta talk to this client and see if hopefully she's not too upset, and hopefully they can understand that I'm being transparent and honest about the whole situation. The crazy part about it, I feel like they ought to know that I have good intentions because they didn't reach out to me and say, hey Rob, the sod is done. I visited the property as I was doing my follow-up process, and I say, hey, I noticed some of the grass is not taking as well. I'm gonna go ahead and have them come in and replace it. Throughout that process of reaching out to the farm to get it replaced, or as just ordering some more, I was explaining to them my issue, and I was just gonna order more and just fix it myself, thinking, hey, maybe maybe, I don't know. I was just thinking I was just gonna order more, but when I went to order more, she wouldn't let me order more. That's where the problem came in. That's where I was like, well, wait here. I can't order more because you said this grass hasn't been irrigated in over a week or two. Well, my grass came in last week. So you telling me that the grass that I'm struggling with right now is due to your irrigation system being broken? And then they tried to say, that it was out of their hands. No, it's not. That's out of their control. That is not out of your control. That's a controllable. You have a whole sod farm. The irrigation, requires maintenance and upkeep to even maintain your farm and your fields. It's an essential piece. There's no way you could say that's out of your hands. That's a controllable. You didn't have to sell me that product. You didn't have to sell it to me at all, knowing that it wasn't properly irrigated and it was dormant around that time. But in reality, some of it was already dried out and dead. Of course, I did my 1-2 step and made it do what it do. But gosh, a majority of it would have all been dead. It would have all been dead had I not, put down compost. Because in reality, I feel like how I do my preparation is why some of it even established. Like it's not even a full pallet of damaged area, but it does look bad. And the pieces that look dead, they out of there. Like there's no hope for it. And I got to be honest about it. But I was saying that they should know I'm being transparent because I called it out to them. They didn't call it out to me. And I'm trying to get down to the solution for it. I'll be treating the lawn for over the next 90 days anyways, because that's what I do within my service. But it's just problemsome. It is problemsome when it's something like this. Let me get going, y'all, because I'll babble about this stuff all day.